And we are live. Welcome back to the Pistons Jack YouTube channel. On today's show, we are going to be recapping the Pistons' second summer league game. Another win against the Houston Rockets, 98-83, in a game that the Pistons were dominant for pretty much the entire game, except for maybe a portion of the second quarter. But before we get to the show, to talking about the game, for today's show, for those that may not have joined before, this is your chance as a fan to come up, share your thoughts, talk about the team, talk about the offseason. We can talk about any topic related to the Pistons that you would like. How the show will work is I'll give my thoughts on the game for 5 to 10 minutes. Then we will bring up some guests. I can already see I've got a pair of the Pistons Jack subscribers in Prince and Sarah who are ready to join. So I'll bring them up. And then I will also drop a link in the chat for anyone that wants to join the stream after Prince and Sarah. All you have to do is copy and paste that link, chuck it in your browser on your phone or computer, and you should be set up to go. It's nothing too complicated. So I will remind everyone throughout the show if they want to come up. But we'll go to Prince first and Sarah, and then we'll see who else is keen to join the show today and talk about the summer league team and the Pistons as a whole. But just my brief thoughts on today's game. I think you have to start with Dennis Jenkins. Like 23 points, 20 in the first half, 7 to 10 from the field, 6 assists, couple of steals, plus 25. He was the best player on the court from start to finish. Like his first half, like I feel like he kind of in the second half just took it easy. He only played 22 minutes overall, so I think he didn't play that much in the second half either. But it's like getting to the point with him where it's like he's really like, I'm not saying he's going to be in the rotation, but like he's looking like a guy that should be spending a lot more time with the Pistons than the Crews in the upcoming season. And we'll talk about his Crews teammate Tolu Smith in a minute. But the connection and synergy he has with Tolu, like between both of them, like they threw a couple of nice assists to each other throughout the game. That's really cool as well. But just Dennis, like his shot making is really impressive. 4-point play. He had a couple of dunks in transition. He's shown the float game. He's like a pretty decent athlete at 6'3" as well. He seems to have a bit of explosiveness, like 6 to 6 from the line. He's a scorer. He's a bucket getter, and I think it's maybe a bit early. It is only summer league, but if you watch the Crews last season as well, like he's a bucket. His scoring is like NBA level scoring, I think, for a guard. He's listed as a point guard, but like he's definitely a points first guy, and like I think in the first game he had 18 points and was efficient. Tonight, like I said, 70% from the field, 3 of 4 from deep. I'll be honest, I didn't pay a lot of attention to Dennis in college, but I'm not sure if like his 3-point stroke was a strength. But so far in summer league, it's looked really nice. He was solid as a shooter for the Crews last season. Yeah, he's just, and on defense as well. Reed Shepherd, I know he like, maybe I just didn't realize it because, like I said, I don't watch a lot of college basketball, and he barely played last year for the Rockets. But like, he's like he's annoying, and like, but like he's a hooper. Like he's got talent. Like I saw he got Bobi Klintman a couple of times, like baited Bobby into some fouls. But when he had Dennis on him, like Dennis outplayed him. And he locked him up a couple of times, got a nice steal on an inbounds transition dunk. Reed Shepherd fouled him. Like, I don't know. He completely outplayed Reed Shepherd when he was matched minutes with him. Oh, what's Tom saying here? Ron replied to Jack saying his tech was an accident. We'll talk about Ron in a sec. But yeah, I wanted to lead the show off talking about Dennis Jenkins because like, although I almost feel like 23 points in 22 minutes doesn't do justice in a way of how good he looked out there. And yes, it is just summer league, but he was the best player on the floor by a fair bit, I thought, from what I saw tonight, or this afternoon. It's morning for me. The other guy I want to talk about is Tolu Smith. Like this guy just puts up numbers. Like he's so productive, and I don't say that to take away from his game, but he's so good at using his size. I had to listen to the first 7 to 8 minutes of the game, on like I couldn't watch it, so I was just listening to it, and it sounded like he was really impactful in that first 8 minutes. But another double-double for him, 4 assists, and I mentioned the connection he has with Dennis Jenkins, from those two playing for the Crews all of last season. Like, he threw this really good no-look pass out of, like, the low post to a cutting Dennis, which I'm pretty sure the NBA posted, so you can see that highlight. But just like I've said this multiple times now, but I'm so impressed and so happy to see we have two-way players in Tolu and Danis who just like seem to like come out the summer league and look like like guys that played more NBA minutes than they actually did last year. Because like I said, Tolu 6'11", like uses his size and strength really well. Couple of blocks, 8 free throws, knocked down 7. That's what you want to see. And to have him on the roster as kind of that fourth big, I know I've spoken a lot about it, and the fan base has. Like, we need that 7-footer. And I'm not saying Tolu is that guy necessarily, but like he's doing everything he can to prove he's an NBA player. And yeah, him and Dennis tonight were awesome. Ron Holland, he hit another couple of threes. I think he hit 2 of his first 3. He finished 2 of 6 from deep, 15 points, few steals. It felt to me, from what I saw, it felt like tonight I don't know if it was a directive from the coaching staff or Ron, just kind of decided to play a different way, but it felt like he was a bit more like off ball tonight. And it felt like they wanted to get Chaz more involved, who I'll also touch on in a minute. And they definitely gave Dennis more responsibility in this game. But Ron still played 28 minutes, but it felt like he was a bit more out of the action today. But like he did his thing. Like, it's not a game to go crazy about. Like, he was definitely a lot better last game, but nothing to be discouraged about. Like I said, I think 2 of 6 tonight from 3, 4 or 5 in game 1. So I think that's 6 of 11 overall in 2 games, which is huge progression early on. I think he hit a pull-up 3 tonight. So that's another encouraged thing. Like, even a corner 3 I saw he missed in the first half was like, it looked like really good. So, you know, that's really, really encouraging for him. And then the last part I'll talk about before we bring up Prince is Chaz Lanier. Definitely got shots up tonight. 4 of 11 from deep. Started the game off hot. I think he had 8 points in the first 6 minutes or something like that. He got, I don't know how, but the Rockets, like, he gets some really wide open looks. I'm assuming he's not going to get that many at the NBA level. But I thought like strong game from him, and definitely an improvement on last game. And I think like he's just a guy that if he can just knock down open shots, and continue to progress defensively, that's all you want to see from him. So, and quick shout out to Zakai Ziegler. I thought he had some really nice drives I can't remember if it was the third quarter or the fourth quarter, but he hit 2 really nice layups, and just missed the third one. So I thought he showed some stuff for a guy that's trying to find a spot in the NBA. But that's my brief recap. I'll have another video out later tonight, with probably a more in-depth recap. But let's get to some other opinions. I'm going to bring up Prince here, and just before I do, I'm going to drop this link in the chat. If you want to come up and chat about the game, copy and paste this link, and we'll bring you up on stage. But Prince, what's going on, bro? Oh, I think I might have you on mute.
Oh, my bad. How are we doing, Jack?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Where are you calling in from? Look like you're in a different location. You in Chicago?
Yeah, I'm in Chicago right now.
Oh, wow.
I'm in the hotel. Came down to Chicago to have some fun with my mom, and yeah, we're here right now trying to keep up with the summer league also too.
I love it. Were you able to watch much of the game tonight or the first game?
Yeah, definitely. I fell asleep during the first game. I was exhausted after the flight. But second game I did watch it full throughout, and it was great. It was great. It was belt the whole game.
It really was. I think I think maybe the Rockets got a little bit close in the second quarter, but apart from that, it was just similar to the first game. Like it just felt like we constantly had like a 12 to 15 point lead or more for most of the game.
Yeah, yeah. But this one part in the game, I think when we were like late in the second half, we were kind of down, but we came back. And from the efforts of Dennis Jenkins, I love to see him. And Chaz Lanier, I love to see his shooting. I didn't see a lot of his shooting in the first game, but I'm glad that he got a lot of shooting this game. But Dennis Jenkins was really the player of the game in my eyes. The way he was just shooting the lights out and also getting those reads, I love that for him.
No, he was awesome. Like he's been really impressive. He was impressive at Summer League last year as well. But he's been really good in both games. He probably could have had 20 in the first game if he had a little bit more opportunity. So and I don't know if you have any thoughts on Reed Shepherd, but like Dennis was like locking him up. I thought you could tell, like, I don't know if those guys have a history at college or something, but like he was like picking him up full court. No, I think I'm with you. Dennis was definitely the player of the game. Um, any other thoughts on any of the other players so far from what you've seen? You touched on Chaz
Um,
there a little bit.
Reed Shepard is annoying, and I feel like he's overhyped. He's overrated, and he's really not all that. He's a good leader to me, but he's definitely overhyped to me. But I feel like Ron Holland made a great thing, but I feel like that's what he's supposed to do, especially as this is second year. That's what he's supposed to do, if anything, to me.
Definitely. No, I thought Ron tonight, like his first game was crazy. Like he was really aggressive. I think he only took like one or two shots in the first quarter. I think something about Ron that is a little thing I've been pretty impressed with is just his passing. Like he only had 3 assists tonight, 2 assists last game, but there's just situations I've seen him in this summer league where he's just been so much more in control and just made like the simple pass, but it's just the right pass. Whereas definitely last summer league, like I don't know if you remember at all, Prince, but he would just like drive into like three guys and just like throw
Right,
up these crazy shots. So no, he like you said, I think he's looked how you would like a second year NBA player to look. And I don't know if he plays anymore. I was kind of surprised he played tonight, but he's been still like the biggest positive so far.
right. Right. Um, I really like the summer league jerseys. I feel like those blue jerseys that we had today, it was exactly what I wanted and exactly what I expected from
I
them. I love the different color change. And yeah, the white ones, I feel like they look a little bit like last year, but definitely the blue ones, they look great to me.
was gonna say you're all over the jerseys. Are they the same though from last year?
I think no, I feel like all teams have like the same design when it comes to jerseys, but they're using their specific font, especially when it comes to the Pistons. But
Okay.
I feel like the white jerseys look just like how they looked last year, but I feel like the new red addition to the red addition to the what's the name blue looks very nice on the blue jerseys to me.
Oh, I like the summer league jerseys. Have you noticed the coaching staff all wearing teal again?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Hopefully they bring back those red teals, but if anything, I like how they're wearing that again. I don't know if it's like a sign or anything, but yeah. Oh yeah. And no way TJ Bickerstaff is that man's nephew. He is trash. Like genuinely, he is not good in my
No.
eyes. He does not like
Yeah.
every time I saw him, it's like I don't know if you saw, but at the end of the game, he had the ball like 4 times and missed each and every one of those shots. That is not my coach's nephew. He is like not blood related to him at all.
The
I don't see it.
the only reason I'm not getting on him for that though is because he kind of hustled to get all those rebounds and like yeah, he missed like a easy layup I thought he was gonna make, but I thought yeah, it feels like he's probably not an NBA player from what we've seen, but like he hustled like crazy. I'll give him that. Like he had a couple of steals, 3 offensive rebounds. Like he was just like tapping loose balls everywhere. But like, yeah,
I
he
don't even know how
he
he got
missed a
on the
couple of easy
roster
ones.
for that summer league. I don't even know how he got on the roster. He must have just called himself a bit like, oh, can I play? Must have not had enough
I
players.
don't-
That's crazy. And he was a starter for long too.
Yeah, he got what did he get? 17 minutes tonight, the most off the bench. I think though, like how they'll normally do this is like he didn't play in the first game, I'm pretty sure. Or if he did, it was very minimal. So I feel like next game, like some of these other players like who didn't play tonight will probably fill in some of those minutes. So yeah. You always
Right.
come on here with a little spicy take, Prince.
Yeah.
But do you have any thoughts on any of the other players or any other summer league takes?
I feel like there's no doubt in my mind that we're gonna at least make the summer league championship. I feel like there's no team that's better than us in the summer league right now. Not even the Dallas Mavericks with Cooper Flag. They don't have the sets on their team. All they have is Cooper Flag. I feel like we have a good team and we have a great going with the team. And if anything, I feel like we can win the summer league championship. It's not going to mean anything for real, but I feel like it can bring a young core to our already young core into the season, making us being a great playoff team in the future. But if anything, I feel like Dennis Jenkins should definitely start playing more games when it comes to the preseason or the season, the regular season. But if anything, Dennis Jenkins is great. He could be that shooter that we need. But just I feel like it's been great. It's been great, and I can't wait to see the next game. Who are we playing next?
I did have it here. One second. So they're playing the Timberwolves on must be Tuesday for you. Tuesday
Right.
afternoon. All their games are so early, 4:30 p.m. and then the last game against Miami is at 4. These are killing me. This morning,
Yeah.
4 p.m. for me, 6 a.m.
Mhm. Yeah.
But I honestly don't even know who's on the Timberwolves. But yeah, I'm with you. I think even if they don't play Ron anymore, as long as they have Dennis and Tolu plus like a couple other guys, like I feel like we can win it. I kind of felt like that the whole time when you look at our team, just because there's like, I don't know. I assume Bobby's going to play a lot of the games. He kind
Mhm.
of struggled a little bit tonight. Um, but yeah, I'm with you. I think we can win the whole thing. I don't even know how it actually works. I know we'll play if we go like 4-0, then I think we'll play a fifth game and maybe a sixth for the Summer League Championship. But like,
Mhm.
I think we can win it. That'd be
Yeah.
fun.
Definitely, definitely. I think we're the best team in the summer league right now. I don't see any team that's better than us. I feel like you could make an argument with what's the name? What's that team? Not Memphis, but oh, I feel like you can make an argument for them, but if anything, I feel like we're the best team in the summer league right now. And we've been doing the best. We've been winning these games, blowouts, and I feel like if anything, especially Ron Holland, I feel like Ron Holland will really carry this team to a championship, and I'd love to see it. It's really not going to make a difference, like I said, but I'd love to see it. And
Yeah.
also, the Tigers. I am so glad they're up. I'm so glad that we are a great team right now. And yeah, go Tigers. Go Tigers. But if anything, I can't wait to see the next game. Who is the Minnesota Timberwolves? But yeah,
I,
definitely.
I love it, brother. Will you enjoy the rest of Chicago? How much longer are you there for?
I'm leaving tomorrow.
Got you. I want to go to Chicago. Apparently, it's like, is it one of the biggest cities in the US?
Yeah, I think it's the second largest, well, the third largest, but I feel like it has the second largest skyline outside of New York. It's very beautiful. Like the skyline is extremely beautiful to me.
I know it looks incredible behind you. Well, you enjoy the rest of your trip, my brother, and we'll might chat to you after the Minnesota game.
All right, man. I'll see you, Jack.
Catch you, bro. All right, we got Sarah joining us now.
Hello.
Sarah.
Hopefully you can't hear my laundry. I was doing my Sunday chores.
No,
I totally forgot. I was like, oh,
you're you're good. I can't. It's you're coming through loud and
okay,
clear. I can't hear anything else.
good.
Thoughts on this afternoon's game?
So fun. Another fun game. Danis did great. The fact that we keep blowing out teams it was close for a little bit. They went on a run and we immediately took it away. I feel like there hasn't been much competition back and forth because we've just took off. So yeah, but I mean, it was a blast to watch, and I think Ron did great off the ball. He still brought the energy. He bothered Shepard. Everyone was bothering Shepard. I mean, we had him talking from the beginning, and I agree. Like
Yeah.
I find him annoying. I don't go. You've seen my lists, and he might make it
Yeah.
on the hit list.
Well, there was one thing he did in particular that I forgot to bring up at the start, but I think it was only in like the second quarter, and he thought he should have got a foul maybe, and then he just
Oh,
threw
yeah.
the ball. Oh no, maybe Bobby fouled him.
Oh, that was
The
the
ref
thing
called it,
call.
and he threw the ball
Why is
at
it-
Bobby. But I was
yeah.
like, and the ref, I was like, isn't that like, I don't know, like I'm not gonna say it's a technical because like that's a little bit soft, but I was just like, that's like annoying, like,
Yeah.
and like, but
I
like he's
mean,
obviously just very competitive. You can't fold him for that. But he was on there as an opposing fan. He was annoying.
yeah. Because I mean, I see, our guys get chippy too. We bring it out of him, but I think just then to just go talk to the refs, like even the announcers were annoyed with it. Like they were just like, just play. Like you're not at this level. You're not showing just to get over it and go. Like he's like, if I was Houston, this is not what I want to see, and I agree because it would bother me if Ron sat there and talked crap to the refs the whole time instead of focusing. So, and Shepard
I did
had something to prove for some reason. He was heaving up shots every possession.
Yeah.
Let your
He
other
took some
teammates
horrible
play.
shots.
Yes, like bad, like really bad threes. Like
Yeah, you could.
Chaz had that far three and hit it, and Reed tried to answer and was way off.
Yeah, it was. See, I thought like, admittedly, I barely watched much of Reed Shepard. Like, I thought one of his like best traits was like he's very efficient and takes a lot of good shots. And like some of the shots he took, I was like, it just felt like the Pistons' physicality, like they were in his head.
They got,
Like he had 6 turnovers, 6 of 19. Like, and I think even at one point I did laugh. I think he tried to do a spin move on. It might have been Ziegler.
Ziegler, yeah.
And he stole it. And he stole it.
That's what they
I was like,
two-time SEC defensive player of the year, and you're going to try that. And it was interesting. I think they showed a graphic too, like Dennis and Holland and their efficiency shooting, or maybe it was Dennis and Lanier, and how combined they had the same amount of shots as Reed, but he had, made way less. So, but I mean, Reed's Houston's problem. He's not ours. So, but it was nice to get under his skin, especially because Dennis and Holland were both, Holland was drafted in that draft.
So I was just going to bring that up next. As you were just talking about, so obviously Reed went number 3, Ron goes 5, and I think at the time a lot of people were kind of surprised the Pistons took Ron at 5 because I remember even when I like did a little bit of draft stuff, like I'll be honest, like I had Reed high because of the shooting, and that's just what we desperately needed at that time. But it seems like Trajan got the pick right, like taking the 6'7" guy, or however tall Ron is, with athleticism. Like when you watch today's game, like the summer league game, it's just like Reed looked kind of small out there. I don't want to just come here and like diminish him completely, but at the end of the day, like they were like pick 3 and 5. So like it just made me feel extra good about having Ron, because I think a lot of people as well, like you and I watch like every game of the Pistons. Everyone in here probably does. Like if you didn't watch much of Pistons game last year and you just go look at the box score, you have no idea the impact Ron had. So see the 3-point shot come around. Like we've got a seriously talented, good player in him.
Yes. Yeah. And I like his drive to the basket too. Like, that one when he switched to the left hand and threw it up. I mean, that's what he does the best. So it was cool that he reverted back to that when he didn't have the 3 shot. It was good. Yeah, I was the same way. I didn't expect Holland. I was expecting like Buzelis or something. He's who I did the most.
Yeah.
And he's a good player in his own right, but I'm really glad we went with Ron. Like Trajan talked about in his interview, how he looks for that grit. Like you can tell, like Ron fits the culture immediately, and I think that helps with
definitely
wanting to contribute to the team.
Absolutely. And the morons of Meet Me says, did you see him in the G League before they drafted him? Coaches were wondering how he was there. I assume you mean how he's there at 5. Because Ron, like in the G League, I think he averaged over 20. Like he just couldn't shoot. I think, so the Ignite, who obviously don't exist anymore. I think maybe he was one, like just being on that team, like didn't help his draft stock. Obviously Buzelis as well, like fell all the way to the Bulls at 11. Yeah.
So Ron was injured
I think
part of the season.
Because I actually remember all the way back before, like this would have been their first couple of games for the Ignite. Like, I remember I was working for the NBL and Alex Sarr was playing for the Perth
Mm,
Wildcats, who played the Ignite. And that was when Ron and Bazelis were meant to be like pick 1 and 2. So
yeah.
I always knew Ron was like meant to be like one of the guys. But then when I'd look at all these mock drafts, he was a lot lower. So, yeah, I understand what the morons of me saying
Yeah.
there. But
Yeah. I mean, people
yeah,
even
Ron,
question
like the scoring mentality's always been there.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I cut you off.
That's okay. No, I don't know how this works sometimes. So
No, I think my internet's a little bit delayed. So sorry if I do cut you off again. But yeah, shout out to you, Devin. Bron is going to be crazy good next year.
Yeah.
I'm very, very excited from what we've seen. What else did you like today, Sarah?
Well, I did like when they interviewed Duran, and the first thing that Duran said when they asked him what's going to translate over was the physicality, because you know that we love that as Detroit sports fans, Detroit basketball fans. We want that. So I love that that was his answer. I love that they were all in, like, watching the game while being interviewed. Like, they were locked in. They want to see their guys succeed too. So I like that part. I really like Ziegler. I think Williams made a huge effort in the end. Bryce Williams, I liked him. Yeah.
No, I agree. It's good to see Bryce Williams. He got some shots up, hit a nice 3, I think. Yeah, I remember that. He hit a couple of threes, actually. Oh, he had 10 points. I must have missed some of this. Maybe
It was
I
at the end. Really did come out and
right at the end.
rebound.
Maybe I missed the last. So he was
Defense.
a guy. Yeah, he was really good for Nebraska. I don't think he played in the first game against New York. So, but I'm pretty sure he averaged 20 a game last season. So he's definitely an interesting guy. I'm pretty sure straight after the draft, they signed Bryce, Zakai, and Dawson Garcia immediately as just undrafted free agents. So, I know Dawson played in game 1. I think he hit a couple of shots. So, this team's fun, even for a summer league team. Like it's good.
They've just been fun to watch, and they'll shoot up threes, and you anticipate them to go in. We have some really good shooters, and we made some great defensive plays. Dennis was out there blocking, rebounding, assisting. They're just fun, and I'm kind of bummed about the timings of the new games. I mean, you guys have to get up early in the middle of my work day. I'm going to be like on my phone trying to keep up, but yeah, and I think that they'll let Holland play more. Maybe not, like, he didn't play as many minutes today, obviously, but I think they'll keep him in the rotation because I do think it is a mental game. I think Trajan's factoring that in, that if we can get these guys, you know, a winning record, a championship in the summer league, that's just going to add to our, you know, team overall and how we're feeling going into preseason and the season.
No, I 100% agree. And even like last season, maybe Trajan just has a way different view, not way different, but different viewpoint on like managing this summer league. Because I remember last year, like I was surprised Ron played 4 games. Like typically at least under Troy Weaver, like I remember Cade only played 3 games. I feel like Asar only played 2.5, maybe 3. Ivy played like 2. So like I mean, it's only an extra game or so, but like maybe Trajan's just like.
Cade was MVP of Summer League, wasn't he? Or was it? I'm thinking preseason. Who am I thinking of? Didn't he win something?
I can't even remember. I just remember he only played 3 games. So I remember he played OKC, the Rockets, and the Knicks, because it's like the most excited I've ever been to watch Summer League. So, but maybe he did. Yeah, maybe Ron does just play like 4 games and he just plays like different roles in those games. Like, did you feel like there was more a directive today for him to not be on the ball as much, or maybe he just wasn't as aggressive to start?
I think that
not in a bad way.
Yeah, I think the Rockets just knew that he was who to guard. I mean, him and Reed both had great first games in the summer league. So I think that, you know, just like we treated Reed, they treated Ron, but then Ron made the smart decisions into not throw up bad shots. He passed the ball. He contributed in other areas of the floor. You could tell he was itching to shoot. Like, there were a few times where he was like, finally, I get my chance. And so I just think they said, go out there and play and see how you can contribute. And he's, you know, becoming more mature to realize that, he's got other shooters on the team. And Chaz got going early. Danis got going early. I think he would have had more shots up if we weren't, in front for the game. So.
No, that's good to hear because, like I said, I couldn't watch the first 8 minutes. So I was just kind of assuming maybe he was playing a different role. But yeah, it sounds like Chaz. Look, it's also on Chaz because I feel like his best quarter, I probably missed watching most of it. What did you see from him?
Just consistency. And he, got his shots. He kept trying. He looked more comfortable today. And I think that's just going to keep happening. Again, he was nervous the first game or whatever, or just getting used to the team because we do have a lot of G League guys that have been playing together already. So just joining that chemistry. And I hope that just keeps going. And I see it keep going. And now he's like, okay, I can make these shots. I got it. I'm back. So, of course, wasn't a big blowout or anything, but he did good on defense. He made some great passes. He was moving around. I feel like we did great with space. We just looked, like you said, it was fun. They're just a really fun summer league team. So.
No, it's nice. Well, I think I can see Tom's down here. So Sarah, maybe before we go to Tom, yeah, I feel like they can win the whole thing. I say that not having watching any other summer league basketball. I watch highlights here and there.
I'm watching the Raptors and Magic right now, which is so funny. At the beginning of the game, the announcers just talked about how Shepherd might have blown it for his team by being such a complainer. They just kept talking about Reed Shepherd, talking to the refs, which was fun to watch. But still, this game has been within 6-7 points between the teams. We really are just blowing it out. So. That's fun. I hope that I don't want a close game, but I would like to see how they handle the pressure of maybe coming back or maybe, a team that doesn't go away. The Houston Rockets had that one run and then they were just kind of done. So,
yeah. Well, I haven't watched any of the Timberwolves or the Heat, but I feel like one of those games will be close. There'll be a closer game in there. Like you said, I'd actually really like to see even, Ron in a bit of a closer game, see his decision making if it's, within a few.
So
exactly.
It's a test for him as a point guard of what do you do here? Do you control the ball because you know what to do? What plays do you call? I'm really curious to see how he would handle that too.
No, it's a very good call. Well, Sarah, thanks so much for jumping on. Yes, it sounds like you might be a bit busy the next couple of games, but if you can jump back on, I know everyone loves having you on.
I'm going to try my best, but if I can't jump on, I'll at least watch. So I appreciate it.
Of course, Sarah. You enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Thank you.
And we'll chat soon.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. I can see we got Tom here, maybe on his way to work. Tom, what's going on, brother?
What up, Jack? What up, everyone? Yeah, I actually since I woke up early today, I'm heading to the post office to pick up a package from Detroit. Because
really?
Down with Detroit, I'm sure you got a package from them too. They sent me a package all the way to Korea. So
that's amazing.
The funny thing is they wrote my name as Tom Her, which is not really my legal name, right? So the post office wanted me to, they couldn't identify me. So I have to go myself to those post office to pick it up. So yeah.
Do you just show them your Twitter or something?
Yeah, I actually told them I don't have any
you actually will.
No, really, I don't have a formal identification form to prove I'm Tom because I don't have a legal document. It's not my legal name, right? So I told them I'll show them my SNS Twitter account and the message that I received from down right. So yeah, so I'm good on my way to pick it up.
And
Detroit.
Before we get to I know that's a fire polo. I was going to say, Tom, before we get to the Pistons, I was just catching up this morning on some of your highlights, putting up, was it 25? 24 points? And I didn't comment this, but you know what I love the most?
What?
As someone who makes little highlight videos here and there, I love how you put the free throw first. Do you know because you know how everyone does the pages we put
right.
They put the free throw first to show the player, and then they go the high. I'm like, oh yeah, Tom knows what he's doing here. I've noticed that.
Thanks for noticing that, because when I was making the video, I was like, maybe I should try to add that. It's gonna be a funny or a nice intro for the video. So I took 5 takes of that from different angles. The funny thing is that it's not even in real game. I was wearing slippers during that free throw thing.
Oh, is that? I
Yeah, you
couldn't
can
tell.
see like kids learning basketball in the background. It's hilarious.
No, well, that was that. So that was the tournament you were telling me about, was it?
Yeah,
The other
yeah,
day.
that was the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually like we're in the semis, I think, so I have to go back there in 2 weeks. So yeah.
That was it's so cool how they film your games. Looks legit. I
Yeah,
saw
I
there
know,
was like a
right?
guy on the other team dunking. Like, oh my god.
So like the opponent, like they had like 2'6'9", whatever, like very tall black, like black
Yeah.
players, like from the States. And I was like, whoa. So
Yeah.
I talked to them before the game, like, how'd you get here? I was like, "Oh, all that stuff." And they dunk in game. I was like, that's the first time I saw that in Korea in our level. So like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, maybe we're talking too much of my personal
No,
basketball.
you're good.
Okay.
Well, did you have it? Did you watch? I think I saw you were up for most of
Whoops.
today.
What again? Sorry.
I think I saw you tweet out you were up early watching this game.
Yeah. I actually missed the first quarter. I woke up like 5:15. I missed the alarm. But yeah, you woke up, I guess, before 6, I believe. It's
Yeah.
dawn here in Korea, and it's not even morning, man. Like the sun's not up. But I love it. Like I watching games. Ron was really good, especially Jenkins. You guys have pretty much covered everything that I wanted to say.
Yeah.
It was an amazing game to watch. I kind of
Well,
feel bad for the people behind me because they can see.
Well, Tom, if you like, I mean, I think Ron in that first game. Like, I think we're all still so excited about that and how good he looks. But yeah. Have you got any other thoughts? Because I don't want to keep you if you got to get to the post office.
No, other thoughts. Wait, I had something I wanted to say, but anyway, belated happy birthday to you. Why do you feel like posted it first? Like, like
Oh, that's
in my birthday, I kind of like tweeted it's my birthday, business Twitter. I was like that, but
I
you,
just
like, it was like almost the end of
I
the
just like
day.
I just don't really like I
I
don't know.
know, like,
No, it's just like maybe it's more of an Australian. No, I don't even think it's an Australian thing. I don't know. I just like don't really
eh,
I don't not in a depressing way. I just don't really care about my birthday. I do but no, I appreciate that, Tom. Your post was really nice, and obviously I got a very special video from you as well, which I loved.
I also watched that video like of you reacting to it a lot, like dozens of times. I was like, all right. So I was smiling while watching it. I was like,
No, it's very, very nice.
all right.
I appreciate you, brother. Seriously.
Yeah, Jack. I appreciate you more, man. Have a good stream. I'm almost at the
We
post
will.
office, so yeah. And I'm
All right, my
sweating.
man.
Bye,
I know. I
everyone.
was gonna say
Detroit.
it looks a bit humid.
It is very hot. It is very hot in Korea. I kind of want to go to Australia right now. It's cold there, right?
It's freezing.
I love it.
All right, brother. Thanks for jumping on. We'll talk soon.
All right, Jack. Bye
Catch
bye.
you, bro.
Love you, man. Bye, everyone.
Love you, bro. What a legend. Devon, I saw your message. If you want to jump on, I'm going to drop the link in the chat right now because I don't have anyone lined up right now. So let me know if you're going to jump on. Hopefully that link works and you can come on now, talk about the team. But otherwise, I'm just going to go through some comments here, guys, and we'll see if Devon hops on to chat with him. But I did see an interesting one here from Ryan. So Ryan says, I don't think Holland should be looking for 3-pointers. He should take those when he's wide open, but always look for something high percentage if not. I think there was maybe 1 3 he took tonight that was like a little bit rushed, but I think every shot he's taken. I would agree with this statement if he was forcing them, but I think all of his threes have been solid. And the ones you might say, oh, I'm not sure if he's ready to take step backs or pull ups. I feel like he's hit those. So it's kind of like, well, yeah, I've actually liked his shot selection for the most part. He even took a pull up mid range tonight, which like was halfway down. So no, I get where you're coming from, Ryan, especially with how Ron shot the ball last year, but I think his shot selection's been one of the more positive things for me as an improvement. All right, cool. Cleaning the kitchen, but I'll hop on. Amazing, Devon. We'll chat in a sec. Devon, if the Pistons are listening, it's my birthday tomorrow. Shout out to you, Devon. Another July. So it must be July 14th, your birthday. Hope you have an amazing day, my guy. James, I'm not saying Bobi as an interior player. To me, he's more of a catch and shoot 3 spot. Not impressed with his defense either. I think, yeah, the thing for me, for Bobi, I think that he's going to thrive the most if he can add some strength and be like a true, like obviously he's playing the 4, but I think at the NBA level, if you can add some strength and try to just stay in front of guys a little bit more, will help him on defense. And then on offense, I think he's got to be like a really, really good to elite kind of catch and shoot 3-pointer. So I agree with you on that, James. But because the passing is there, it's just like, how else can he fill out his game to become a regular rotation player? So there's spots for him to improve, but he definitely has like some skills that are very much valued by NBA teams. We got Devon here now. Let's bring him on up. Devon, what's going on, brother? I can take you off. You just give me, I can see you down the bottom. You just give me a thumbs up when you're ready. What else we got in here? The Morons of Meet Me says, another name nobody really talks about, Malik Beasley. I swear I rarely see him miss a 3. Well, Malik, I mean, we know there's a lot going on with Malik right now. Feels like even, we don't know I don't think there's been any update on his case, but like, yeah, I don't think he'll be on the team for this season. But I hope for his sake it all works out for him how it's meant to. All right, Devon, are you ready to come on up, my man? I think he's putting his headphones on. Are Devon and Devon the same person? No, they are not. Devon's both have been up on the stream multiple times, but they are different people for sure. What's Sarah saying? Holland has improved his threes this offseason. It's a developing skill. He also went 4 or 5 last game. I hope he keeps shooting them. I agree. Like, I think, like we're just saying, all of his threes that he's taken, I think most of them have been all good looks. And even if there's 1 or 2 that aren't, like, this is what summer league's for. Like, this is where you want him getting in-game reps, taking step backs, taking pull-ups, shots that I would be surprised if he starts taking in year 2 on a Pistons team that's going to be, in my opinion, top 5 in the East. But this is the time to take them. So as long as he's not like taking like bad ones in consecutive possessions or like forcing things consistently, I think get as many shots up as you can. Appreciate you all in the chat. There's some good stuff in here. Some of it I can't bring up on stage, but I appreciate all of you. There's even, why is there Christian Wood chat in here? A lot of stuff talking about Reed Shepherd, complaining. Look, actually, I think Reed could still be a really good player. I was just like, I couldn't believe how much he complained. And like, there was even times where he was like walking, talking to the official for like 20, 30 seconds. I was just like, man, give it a rest. They had him mic'd up. So I was like, hoping we'd get to hear some of it, but obviously they didn't show it. I think Devon looks ready. I think he looks ready.
Oh yeah, I'm
you
good.
ready to go, my man?
Can you hear me?
What's going on, bro?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm
I
usually
got
on my
you.
computer, but I'm using my phone now, so it's weird for me.
No, you look good, bro. How's the kitchen going? Did you get it cleaned?
I mean, I don't know about that. It's still dirty, but I mean, I got time. So
Hey, Ben, my man. I'm trying to think the last time we spoke. It's probably during the playoffs,
Yeah, it's
at
been a
least on the
minute.
stream.
Yeah,
I'm happy. Look, obviously, we've spoken a lot about Summer League today, but if you want to talk about the offseason or anything, we
I
can
think
start
we
wherever you like.
I mean, it don't matter to me either. But as far as our team's going, I think we're gonna be straight. I think we're looking really good. I mean, it sucks we lost Beasley, but and nobody can replace him. But I also think that I hate talking about it because it's gonna sound like I'm talking down about him. But I mean, let's face it, he was pretty immature. You know what I mean? So I think he did bring like a fun aspect to the team. But now we're gonna be more a mature team and actually focus on like winning and less goofy stuff. So it does suck. I
Yeah.
do think he would be back, but I think it's also gonna help us out in the long run too.
No, I get where you're coming from. I think he was like, and I think you would agree. I think this is what you're saying. Like, I think he was kind of perfect for what they needed last season. Like,
Yeah,
I think the big thing off the court, I think, like, for him was like him just being constantly like positive and uplifting the young guys. Cause I
yeah,
feel like he gave them confidence. Like, because I don't think any of those young guys, of course, they have a certain level of confidence. Like, they're pro athletes. They're all like, they have confidence. But I feel like after that horrific season, like, they didn't fully really probably have the belief they needed to. And I think like obviously Tobias and THJ were good. I think they were that more mature presence. Whereas
yeah,
I think B's like, I think he was really important to be like loose and goofy. And like I actually, for the most part, enjoyed him being really active on social media and like pushing these young guys. Cause I think that just creates like a positive vibe. And yeah, I think maybe, yeah, we'll see what happens with him. But I do agree
yeah,
with you. I think this season they're going to be much more mature. They'll still have fun, but like
yeah. Of
there's
course.
actually real expectations this season. Like
Yeah,
I don't think it's not championship level, or I think conference finals is probably even a little bit high, but like
yeah,
they have to be like if they finish lower than the 6th seed. I think a lot of Pistons fans will be pretty disappointed.
yeah. They better not. No, they better be like
Oh,
three seed or no. They better be a playoff team. No play in, team, playoff.
oh, definitely. Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. Like,
Yeah,
there's no way they should even be close to the play-in.
yeah,
Um, I'm not like I personally think like they're right there, if not slightly ahead of the Hawks. I think the Magic, even before the Bane thing, like I think the Magic, well, they were really looking really good early last year,
yeah,
and then their season fell apart. Like I never really bought in that we're like this huge step ahead of them. I think like the way their team's built when they're healthy, they can be good, but I think we should be top 5. I think we can get to the 4th seed. So
yeah. I think
we'll
people
see
definitely
there.
slipping on the Magic though.
Yeah. No, I
'Cause,
think they're going to be really good.
yeah, but I do think Beasley gonna be back. I just think right now, just I mean, he might be back next year, maybe late this year, but he brought too much to the table for him not to bring him back. And they want him back. He want to come back. He's still rocking piston gear. I think he'll be back. If the league kick him out the league, though, I will kind of understand it, but I don't think he's gonna be kicked out. I think they just gotta sort through all this legal stuff.
Yeah. No, I look, I don't know what happens with the legal stuff, obviously, but whatever happens will happen. And yeah, hopefully he can just get back into the NBA. And I mean, could you see, I guess, hard to say, but could you see him being back on the Pistons if he's cleared? Or do you think that's just kind of done?
I don't know, because I'm thinking like I feel like he will be, but also it's like, what is Trajan and Tom thinking? They could be like, man, forget this guy. You know, he made a mistake. We don't need this around our team. But they could be also be like, you know, he made his mistake. Hope he learned from it and then bring him back. But I don't know. It's
Because
tough.
like,
It's looking bad. But I mean, I'm not judging Beasley. I do hate he did some stuff. But I mean, we all know people are immature in our life. So I mean, it's not for me to judge that, you know. It just, I
no.
mean, you got to grow up. And ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm still childish myself. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm older than Beasley, you know what I mean? I'm 33 and I'm
Oh,
still do childish stuff. So I mean, I understand it.
no,
So it is what it
for
is.
sure. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna, even if he's guilty, like I'm not gonna come up here and like lose my mind over it because it's just like whatever. Like
Yeah.
he made a mistake and it's gonna cost him if that's the case, but hopefully not. But any other thoughts on like what about Duncan Robinson and Karis LeVert? Um,
I think Karis LeVert gonna surprise some people. A lot of people are like kind of disappointed in it. But to me, he's basically like THJ, just not, you know, the shooter he is, but I feel like he's gonna be more consistent. So I mean, it kind of will balance out. He's gonna play late, play make a little bit. So I feel like he's gonna be a nice little not 6-man, but 6-man in a way. You know what I mean? He's gonna surprise a lot of people. And the fact that we got bigger, I think that's gonna make us way better in like defense, especially when you think about passing lanes and things of that nature. Like I think we're gonna look better just because we're a bigger team for one.
No, that's a great point. That's like that's what I know Duncan Robinson, like, yeah, he's gonna get probably exposed maybe at playoffs defensively, maybe during
Yeah.
regular season, but like he's still 6'8", and like he can shoot over guys. Like Bees and THJ are like both like, I feel like Malik's only like 6'3", maybe he's 6'4", and then like THJ's maybe 6'4", 6'5". Like they've gotten bigger. I think Karras is actually like pretty solid as a defender at the NBA level, 6'6". I like
Mhm.
you mentioned there, the playmaking, shot creation. Like I think if Karis LeVert can shoot from three, like I think he's, from what I've read about him and looked at, like he's a guy that's like a streaky shooter no matter what.
Yeah.
But if he can, I think last season overall he shot like 37%. If he can continue that, I think that's good enough with especially everything else he brings. I think I'm with you. I think he's gonna surprise. I think he's just like not this exciting name. Like I
Yeah.
think, for example, Nikhil Alexander Walker was a very hot name because of what he did on the Timberwolves, but like,
Mhm.
and he's obviously younger. So obviously it would have been great if we got him, but I think just because we didn't get him doesn't mean that Karras can't bring a lot to the table, and I think he will surprise a little bit.
I think another thing Levert, people don't really think about, like he's a veteran. He's been in the league for a while. He played with like Kevin Durant and all of them. So I think it's going to actually help with the development a little bit more too. Especially you think about Ivy. I mean, they play the same position. They don't play the same way, but still, he's been through injuries and all this other stuff. So I mean, it's still a good addition in my opinion. And I also think it's a good contract. So come deadline, Malik Beasley come back, we flip Levert to a power forward. You know what I mean? Like it's not that big thing. It's not like he can't be traded. So
Well, that's the other thing I think people like. So the Duncan Robinson deal as well, I think he's around 16 million. And
yeah,
obviously the second year's barely, it's like only 1 million guaranteed. And then not like before these two contracts, the only tradable like contract we had in that range was Stu at 16.
yeah.
So like you actually, like
Sorry.
you said, like that's like obviously like Stu's not untouchable, but it was like kind of to make all these trades
Mhm.
happen, it was always like you had to have either Tobias or Stu in there because of the salary they make.
Yeah,
Like I said, neither of those guys are untouchable, but they're kind of very key to like the culture and like just to the on-court success, honestly. So to get some more contracts in that are like tradable as well is definitely something that people shouldn't sleep on or miss.
you just got triggered me. I'm not gonna lie.
Why's
Triggered me
that?
because every article talk about mentioning trading Stu, and it's like, man, will y'all stop this?
It's
I
so
swear, every
stupid.
article.
And I'm
It's
not
like,
going to say names, but there's two
yeah,
people on Twitter who do not have sources who constantly, they're not from the Pistons community. They like
yeah,
tweet about it. They do not have sources and they put things out and people take it and think it's sourced and it's not. And I've seen
yeah.
Stu in a lot of them, but yeah, it's really annoys me because
The
it's
most
like,
dumbest trades too. Like,
it's so stupid. But, and then like but anyway, like it's just Twitter. So shouldn't take it too serious, but
no, I feel
there's
that.
just two accounts that put out things that I'm like, this isn't sourced, guys. Don't lose your mind over it. But
I hear you.
just because the people in the photo look like they're wearing a suit, people think certain
They're
things.
legit.
Anyway, the Stu trades do annoy me as well because I actually think he's
He's solid.
so. Is it? Yeah, I saw like I was thinking today. Someone posted a screenshot of like JD and Stu sitting next to each other. And I'm like,
Mhm.
are they like the best? This is going to sound so biased, but are they like the best starting and backup center duo? Obviously, there's way better starting centers than JD,
Yeah,
but I was just thinking like, I
they
guess
might be.
maybe you could,
Yeah,
like maybe if Hartenstein came off the bench and Chet was the starting five, maybe you'd say they are, but like, I don't know, like who else is there?
I mean, you can look at Dallas too, but I mean, as far as like young talent, then
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think it's much out there. Not really. Nothing I
like
think of, not top of my head, at least.
No, for sure. Like, I can't. I mean, like, I don't think there's a heap of teams that are going around investing heaps in like having two really good centers, but
No, for real.
like it's not a position that you're going to invest a heap of your cap into. But I guess JD hasn't signed an extension yet. But like, I was just like, man, that's like we have a really good 1-2 punch where like they are both physical players, but they kind of bring a bit of a different skill set.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, the shoe trades definitely annoy me. They trigger me as well.
I hear you.
But do you have any summer league thoughts? I've kind of just skipped over it, but
Oh no, it's all good. My life been kind of crazy. I've been wanting to hop on and like create more content myself, but
yeah,
life's been life sometimes. So can't create content
no,
when you trying to figure out other stuff. But
no, for sure. That's it.
yeah, as
And
far
tell
as
the people
summer
where they can
league,
find your stuff.
I don't like plugging myself on here, but you can just find me Davon Ambitious on my Twitter. I'm starting a podcast up, Bring the Ruckus podcast. So been kind of talking about
There we
basketball
go.
about that. I don't know what was on there, but yeah, pretty much on all social media. I'm on there.
I love it.
But
I love it.
first, summer league, I think that Ron is showing out, and I mean it's just summer league. But I think about Jabari Parker. I mean, not Jabari Parker. I should have known I was gonna say that. But Jabari Smith Jr. Like last year on the summer league, he just balled out, balled out, balled out. And I mean, it really didn't amount much to the real basketball. But still, if he's coming into his confidence, showing that he's at least a rotation player, I think it's going to translate real good to the NBA. And also, like, I'm still not high on Bobby, but the way Jenkins is playing, I think we might have a backup point guard because he's been looking too nice. It's not even just his scoring, his passing, everything. It's like, okay, this might be
I'm
our duo,
trying. I'm trying not to get like too excited. That's why
Yeah,
I'm like, I think he's going to play more NBA minutes this year than Cruz, but it's like he looks like he's just a shot making. And then
yeah.
like the part I shouldn't downplay the playmaking as well, but I just because he feels like to me more of a score first guy. Like
Mhm.
it looks like legit. He's shot it well in both games. And we spoke a lot about how Ron was like looked too good for summer league in game one. Like I don't know if I'm ready to go that far on Dennis, but I'm like, man, he just looks the way he like drives as well and gets to the rim. Like this isn't just like him overwhelming with athleticism or something. Like it's
Yeah,
real. Like this looks like translatable stuff. And like he played, he was awesome for the Crews last season. Like he was their best player. So like I shouldn't be too surprised. But like, yeah, just because he is a Crews guy and he was undrafted doesn't mean he can't be the backup point guard.
yeah. And I hope it happens because I was telling people before, I think he can be like our Casey Wallace and Bobby. If he plans out, he can be like our Aaron Wiggins. I really think we're gonna be the OKC of the East. So I can see if development happen right, we're gonna be that young team that's gonna be. I'm not can't promise an NBA championship, but I can definitely see the Eastern Conference Finals with the Pistons. If not, I mean, this year will be kind of a stretch, but next year, the year after, it's definitely gonna happen. I can't see it not happening.
There's
You know?
And I feel like since I've known you on these streams, you've been saying OKC the East. So like,
Yeah.
and like, it's funny you say that as well. Even like, even that interview they had with JD, like, I know this
Mhm.
doesn't mean too much, but they were doing the OKC thing where all like Cade and stuff were in the background of the interview. But like,
Mhm.
back to your actual point about the OKC the East, like when I posted something on Instagram the other day of like all the players on their roster at their first summer league, and like some of the comments were like, wow, literally like 10 of the 15 or 13 rostered players we have right now were all drafted homegrown, and that's
Yeah.
very OKC like as well. Maybe there's a trade that comes in the next 18 months where that changes a little bit, but this team is like kind of built from the ground up. It's been a funny path to get to this point, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of similarities just in the way the team's been like just the types of players and the way it's been built is very OKC-ish, even if we haven't had all the first round picks and that kind of thing.
No, it very is. Like if you just look at the roster, you look at Cade. I mean, he's not SGA. I'm not going to hype Cade up that much. He needs to work on his scoring, but I mean, they're both like 6'6" point guards, can score, dish it out, rebound, all this stuff. Jaden Ivey, you can kind of look at him like Josh Giddey, but I mean, of course, he's not on anymore. Dirt, you can look at him as like a star. We don't have our Jalen Williams, but I mean, people look at Jaden Ivey like the second option, so you kind of look like that. We don't have our Shet, but they don't have a Duran either. So oh yeah, sorry, you can look at him like dirt or Dort, but just not the shot as him. So I
Yeah.
mean, we definitely got the same type of build. So it's gonna be interesting where we go. I just feel like it's either gonna be up to here or just down below. It's all about development, but we definitely can reach there.
Definitely. And I think like even like I think both teams like both defensively. Like I know the Pistons ended up last season. I don't think they're a top 10 defense, but
Mhm.
like when this team was clicking defensively for like a good 2 to 3 months at the start of this year, like it was OKC-ish in the sense of like size, athleticism, like just play, like just gritty basketball, like force turnovers, get out in transition. And like I think offensively, OKC have more talent in terms of like players that can pass, dribble, shoot. Like shooting being the big one there, the difference, but between the Pistons and us. But I still think like clearly is an investment in building through the draft, not making any crazy like moves, like just like that's what I like about Trajan is it's
Yeah,
like it's just in a way he kind of seems too honest in these press conferences and sticks
yeah,
to what he does. But it's just I'm not even comparing him to Troy Weaver at all. It's just like he kind of just says and does what he says, which um I don't know. It's just a bit strange to me. Like I like the patience he's showing because I'm not gonna lie. Like looking at the East this year, I wouldn't have like thought it was a bad decision to like maybe look to make like a bit of a bigger upgrade this off
yeah,
season. And but like I'm also very happy just to take it slow because I have always kind of believed that it's going to be that core of like the top 5 guys I'm talking about. That
yeah,
two, Cade's already popped. Another one of those 4 is bound to take a big leap. I think this season,
yeah.
maybe more. Um, so they're going to be the guys that take us to the next level. So um, I'm happy Trajan's running this show.
That's the
I
thing
guess is what
too.
I'm trying to
Like,
say.
no, that's the thing. Talking about people popping. Like, Ji was breaking out a little bit before he got hurt. Then Asar didn't play a full season. So if them two just make a leap, like that's a huge addition. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah,
JD wasn't playing hard at the beginning of the season. Now he's actually about to play for real, for real. Like everyone should improve this season, and that's just the
yeah.
young core. So the veterans, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. I'm not really Duncan Robinson's gonna do what he's gonna do. Karis LeVert's gonna do. I mean, Tobias, I actually think he's gonna shoot better this year. So it's gonna be nice.
Well, the thing with Tobias is like he was, and sometimes these stats can be misleading because it depends who you're on the floor with at what times. But he
Yeah,
had like the best on-off numbers for the Pistons, like
yeah,
all year, like
that's crazy.
better than Cade. And maybe he played a lot of his minutes with Cade. Maybe
Yeah,
he played a lot of minutes against opposing bench lines. But to have like the best on-off of the starting group for like most of the season, like I think that speaks volumes to like the impact he does kind of have out there. Like, and yeah, like you said, if he can just shoot it a bit more consistently, like, um, I don't get people who like want him off the team. I think he's like pretty valuable, especially
yeah.
just for this upcoming season as well.
Yeah, he's on like a 1 year right now. He's about to inspire. So I mean, if they don't trade him, then pretty sure he's gonna be signed for cheap, or he's just gonna be on the team next year. So I mean, it's not
Yeah,
like he's someone who's like, oh, get him off the team. Like it's the bias,
like
you know what I mean? That's
I'm keeping like he's on like if
you know,
he's obviously he's got like if the Pistons do want to trade for someone who's on like 40
mhm.
or 50 million, he'll have to be included because he's like their biggest salary outside of Cade for
Yeah,
this year. So that's just how it has to work. But um if that doesn't come up, then I'm keeping him. Like he's like the perfect vet. And he's still like he plays the position we lack the most
yeah,
long term. Like the 4 is the position long term that they need to figure out. I'm not saying it has to be some superstar there, but there's no Bobby maybe, but like I mean at the end of the day, Bobby's a 2nd round pick. I'd just be shocked if he's this future 4.
yeah.
Um it'd be awesome if he is. So I think keep Tobias as long as you can, barring a trade for a real superstar because of his contract.
Tobias is just a weird player in general. Because even when he's like first on Detroit, he have these games like the first half, score, score, score. Oh, Tobias is about to go for 40. And it's like, no, he's just gonna go for that 26 in the first half. And even like
Literally though. Yeah.
looking at his stats is kind of like that too, because you look at some seasons he's shooting really good, and then some seasons it's not bad, but it's not the same. It's like he might average 14 this year, next year is like 17, next year again is like 15. It's like why is it always jumping up so much with Tobias? But he's someone I always did like Tobias, even when he was on the Bucks. He always just seemed like a good dude to me. Like Tobias seemed like he'd be cool to hang out with or something. Like just seemed like as far as outside of basketball, he's probably bringing a lot to the locker room. So I wouldn't want him to go at all.
No, I'm pretty like I know as well. Like he was one of the guys before last season who was like huge on getting like the social media team in and around the Pistons to make sure they're
Mhm.
getting content out of the players. Like all that stuff you see from like behind the scenes, like Tobias was a huge player and like
Dang, I didn't know
making
that.
sure that happened. And I know that's off the court and social media, but like going back to like culture and just bringing vibes to the team, being a really good teammate and that kind of thing. Like, yeah, he's had a huge impact. And like he wants to be in Detroit. Like
Yeah,
he was, I think regardless of whoever the GM was, he was coming to Detroit
yeah,
last
most
year. Like
definitely. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure his brother and him have like some housing project in Detroit.
um,
So they're very invested. So I mean, obviously I'm not from the city of
I
Detroit,
heard
but
it.
like I love having him on the team. I think he's been awesome. Um, anything else, my man?
No, I was about to
Any other
say,
topics?
that is dope that he did that though, because I mean, social media. You got to think about it, everybody's on there, players
Yeah,
included. So it can be a
yeah,
player right now looking like, oh, I'm miserable here in wherever city, and then they look at Detroit, seeing our social media. I'm like, man, how's it over there? They might text the bias, text gay, are y'all really having fun over there? And then they want to come, and this thing,
yeah,
we got this great player all because the bias said, take these pictures
exactly.
for social media. So it's kind of
Exactly. All
nice.
that, like, yeah, like it was him and Beasley from what I heard, but like the two
Hmm.
that as soon as they got there, they were like, why is the social media team like don't have access to certain things? And like a
Yeah,
lot of like when your team's struggling as much as the Pistons were that season before, like
yeah,
obviously you don't want to be posting a lot of stuff because the comments are just toxic because they're like, we
yeah,
suck, his
so,
team's
yeah,
but like I know it was him and Tobias and Beasley were like huge in like being like, we need to like get the vibes up,
yeah,
let like the fans like learn about these players more. So um no, I agree. Like he's been huge. Look at us up
yeah.
here singing Tobias's praises in
I
July.
know.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
laughing because I'm thinking about people when they was bad, and someone like, get that camera on my face. But,
Oh man.
but
Well look, Devon, before I wrap up the show, anything else you want to talk about? Any other takes you've got?
as far as Busy, I want to touch a little bit more on that. I am going to miss him. I think he's still going to come back. But also the fact that he's gone, that means other people got to step up. So our bench is going to have to improve. So see what Roundhouse is doing in summer league. You see Dennis Jenkins, stepping up a little bit. I think Duncan Robinson, his defense is concerned, all this and other, but he played on the Heat, so I mean, he knows how to play. So we're gonna
Yeah.
see,
That's
maybe not someone shooting like 8 threes a game with Beasley, but we're gonna see this team play more of like a team, hopefully, because they don't have to rely on that shooting from Beasley. So it's probably gonna help us in the long run. And if Beasley come back, bringing him in, will we grow from this year? It's gonna be like more additional stuff. So try not to stress too much about Beasley being gone. It sucks, but I mean it's also a positive thing too, though. When you look at it, that people gonna have to learn how to score. So pretty much and defend too.
I mean, I think they can fill. I think definitely if you just go purely looking at the talent level of the shooting on this upcoming team from the roster right now, it's definitely not as much like I think THJ and Beasley. Like I don't think Duncan Robinson's on their level as a shooter, but we probably
Yeah,
don't have like that NBA proven shooter that we did like that second one. But
yeah,
other like you spoke about earlier with Karis LeVert, like he fills certain holes that maybe Dennis Schroeder filled last season, but also we just didn't have a veteran who was 6'6" last season that could actually defend on the perimeter
yeah,
consistently. So he covers a different hole. So it's just the only real concern I think any fan should have, which I don't really have. I think, like you said, people step up to fill those minutes. Is like, is there going to be enough space on the floor consistently for like Cade and Ivy
hmm,
and whoever else handles the ball. But I think with a more mature team, I think it should be fine.
Yeah,
And if
JB
it's
did it
Yep.
before on the Cavs, you know.
yeah,
So,
exactly, great point. So yeah, it's I wish we weren't this far away from the season starting, to be honest.
no, man, it's killing me.
I'm like, I feel like now doing these streams again after the game, I'm getting like warmed back up to being in like the normal season. We're literally just in July.
No, I feel you. I want the season to end too. Like, damn, I'm ready for the season to end, where I can start focusing on life stuff. And now it's like season over, and we're dang, I miss basketball. So it's
I
crazy.
know, man. No, it's I'm excited. I'm very excited for next season. Like
Same.
the mood. I think like I just you're like I think we both really believe in the young core. So I'm really excited. I just fully believe at least one of them's taking this really big leap. I don't know who exactly because the SAS showed some stuff during the playoffs and the back end of the season. Like you said, Ivy first 30 games had some brilliant moments. JD, like I just think one of those three guys, and it could be Ron as well, but I just think in year 2 with his role, he might not
Yeah.
have the opportunity. One of those three guys, though, I think is going to take a leap, and we're just going to be like, "Oh, like
No, for
we're
real.
good, we're good."
Especially conditioning is gonna be one thing. Like, sorry, couldn't he came the season not even be able to work out. So having a full season where he
Exactly.
can run on the treadmill, you know what I mean? Little stuff like that. Getting his lungs there. Like that might not mean much, but I mean, like your lung capacity, air, like that's a big thing with fitness. Like it's gonna be
Definitely,
definitely different.
100%. Well, Devon, thanks for joining, my brother. Been good to
Thanks
talk
for
to
having
you.
me.
Hopefully, you can jump on after one of these other games.
Yeah,
'Cause, yeah,
hopefully
always
life
enjoy your
life in, but
insights.
I'm gonna try to.
No, for sure, brother. Well, love having you in the chat, even when you can't come up. So appreciate you, my guy.
Appreciate you too.
Catch you, man.
All right,
Bye.
peace.
What a legend, guys. If you are looking for some more content, go give Devon a follow. I'm going to bring up his YouTube here. Devon Ambitious, Bring the Ruckus podcast. Go support him. Has some really great insights. But I've got a couple more questions here. Then we're going to wrap this show up. Shout out to my guy, Kyle Metz. I don't know if you're still in the stream, but I'm just seeing your comment about me still going. Hey, we've had 4 really good guests up today, so we go for as long as everyone wants to share their thoughts. But Sarah had a question here. Tolu, what do you think Jack and Devon didn't realize another double-double? Yeah, I like at the start, I kind of just spoke about how he just puts up numbers. Like even in his first NBA game, which was in that game 82 against the Bucks, like I think he put up like 14 points. Like, yes, like the Bucks were playing a lot of G League players out there, but like he just as soon as he gets on the floor, I think he's 6'11", just has a huge frame. Like he just rebounds and scores. And like I was impressed with the passing tonight. So I think having him on a 2-way is a really good signing and a great value signing. Drew Thomas, do you think Jenkins will be a better backup PG than Sasa? Purely backup point guard, potentially. I still think Marcus Sasa is just a better shot maker. He's just done it more at an NBA level. He was awesome at Houston, but I think Dennis is a little bit taller, definitely more athletic, better penetrating the paint, and has shown probably some more point guard abilities, at least at the summer league. So that it kind of feels like I know for those two are very good. Like I think they grew up together in Texas. So I think Dennis went to St. John's. I could be completely wrong there, but I know they're like childhood friends. So it's kind of funny they in a way are competing for a similar role. It feels like, at least with the Pistons. So I would still if you're talking like long term, like in like 3 or 4 years, I could see Dennis being purely a better backup point guard. But if it's first 20 games of next season, I still think it's Sass just because of the reps he has, but at the NBA level. But good question. I'm sure people disagree with me. Here we go from James. Hope you're good, James. What do you do with Sasa at the defensive end of the floor? I mean, like he's shooting, but one way players don't win championships. I think Seth's actually pretty solid defensively. He's like, but the thing he can't help is his size. That's like if he was like instead of being 6'1", 6'2", like if he was 6'4", 6'5", like I think he's definitely a part of the Pistons 10-man rotation or another NBA rotation. It's just the lack of size. Probably going to always make it a bit tough for him defensively, but I think I remember watching him when I was doing the draft, like doing research for the draft, the 2023 draft. Like he was a really impressive like point of attack defender at the top of the key. Has like pretty long arms for a guy that's his height, so he can generate steals, deflections. Like I don't think it's from a lack of trying or not knowing how to defend, where to be. It's more just the size, especially at the NBA level, that really makes it tough for him. So that's kind of my thoughts on him defensively. I think that could be one of the things that holds him back, maybe long term, from being a regular rotation player at the NBA level. But I don't know. I'm still very happy he's on the team because I just think there's something there with him. I don't like when he got minutes last season. It always feels like he makes an impact. It's very rare, like he will come into a game without like he doesn't have a regular role. But I feel like it's very rare he comes into a game and doesn't have an impact. Like I'm sure you can find a couple, but I just feel like there's still a player there. All right, this will be the final question here from Abina. Which is more likely, Jenkins making the roster or Ziegler getting minutes on the pro roster? Definitely Dennis making the roster. I could see Zakai maybe playing in the G League, but I don't like. I could see him maybe being on the cruise, but I think Jenkins, to answer your question, is definitely making the well. Jenkins is contracted. It's a two-way player, but in terms of who plays NBA minutes next season, I think it's definitely Dennis. He like I said, he was. If you watch any of the crews last season, even if you only watched a game or two, I'm sure Dennis Jenkins was the top scorer and was the best player. He was really consistently great for the crews. That's going to do it for today's show, guys. Hour 16. Thank you to Prince. Thank you to Sarah. Thank you to Tom. Thank you to Devon for all jumping on. Thank you for everyone in the chat. James, Sean, as usual. Appreciate you, Sean. My guy Kyle even jumping in here at the end. Appreciate everyone in the chat. Devon, happy birthday for tomorrow, my guy. Ryan, everyone in here. Appreciate all of you tuning in and showing love to the channel. I've really enjoyed the growth we've been having. So appreciate you all. Pistons 2-0 at Summer League. We'll be back. For me, it's Wednesday morning. I've been streaming for too long. It's Wednesday morning. I'll be back Wednesday morning, Tuesday afternoon for my friends in the US to recap the Minnesota game. But as always,